In the relentless clamor of modern existence, a profound and often overlooked tool for navigating the complexities of life lies in the embrace of silence. It is not merely the absence of sound, but a potent force capable of fostering discipline, clarity, resilience, and a deeper connection with both the external world and our own inner landscape. Imagine a vibrant garden nestled within the heart of a bustling city, its colorful blossoms radiating beauty amidst the relentless cacophony of cars and buses. The noise, a constant barrage on the senses, makes it difficult to fully appreciate the garden's delicate beauty, to inhale the sweet fragrance of its flowers. Now, envision a wise gardener, a custodian of this tranquil oasis, who chooses to immerse himself in a day of profound silence. He conscientiously turns off the noisy machinery, the disruptive hammering, and the incessant chatter that typically permeate the air. As the clamor subsides, a palpable stillness descends, enveloping the garden and its caretaker in a blanket of peaceful serenity. This silence, far from being an empty void, becomes the gardener's most trusted companion. He attentively observes each leaf, each delicate petal, each tiny beetle scurrying among the plants, attuning himself to the subtle symphony of nature's orchestra. In this quietude, a unique and profound form of communication emerges, transcending the limitations of mere words. It seems as though the plants themselves respond to his presence, their leaves subtly shifting, their colors seeming to deepen in appreciation. The gardener becomes a patient observer, a silent witness to the intricate dance of life unfolding before him. The bond he forms with the garden deepens, surpassing the superficiality of verbal exchange, reaching a level of understanding that resonates on a deeper, more intuitive plane. The gardener's experience serves as a poignant reminder that amidst the chaos and distractions of life, the most profound answers often lie hidden within the embrace of silence. He demonstrates that genuine communication is not confined to the realm of spoken words, but resides within the spaces between them, in the unspoken understanding that arises from shared presence and attentive observation. Just as the garden thrives when nurtured by the stillness, our own minds can flourish when we intentionally step away from the constant barrage of noise and distractions, creating space for introspection, reflection, and a deeper connection with our inner selves. This philosophy, this deliberate cultivation of inner stillness, finds resonance in the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, a school of thought that emphasizes the importance of inner strength, resilience, and the ability to navigate life's challenges with equanimity. Stoicism, often misunderstood as mere emotional suppression, is not about being silent all the time, or about suppressing one's feelings. Rather, it is a practice of cultivating inner calm and strength, a way of developing a resilient inner core that remains unshaken by the storms of life. Imagine yourself as a mighty tree, its roots firmly anchored in the earth, its branches reaching towards the sky. Even when the wind howls and the storm rages, the tree stands firm, its trunk unyielding, its leaves rustling in defiance. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate this same inner resilience, to develop the ability to control our feelings and reactions, especially in the face of adversity. When we practice Stoicism, we learn to accept the things we cannot change, to acknowledge the inevitable uncertainties of life, and to focus our energy on what we can control, our thoughts, our actions, and our responses to the world around us. It is like having a protective shield, a suit of emotional armor that safeguards us from being overwhelmed by the negativity and anxieties that often plague our modern existence. Instead of being swept away by fleeting emotions like anger, fear, or resentment, we learn to observe them with detachment, to understand their origins, and to choose how we will respond to them. Stoicism is not about denying or ignoring our feelings, it is about understanding them, accepting them as a natural part of the human experience, and then choosing how to respond to them with wisdom and discernment. It is perfectly acceptable to feel sadness or anger at times, to acknowledge the pain and disappointment that life inevitably brings. However, Stoicism teaches us not to allow those feelings to control us, to dictate our actions, or to cloud our judgment. Instead, we can acknowledge them, learn from them, and then consciously release them, allowing ourselves to move forward with clarity and purpose. In a world saturated with noise, distractions, and constant stimulation, practicing Stoicism can provide a much-needed refuge, a path to finding peace and tranquility within ourselves. It is like possessing a secret strength, an inner reservoir of resilience that empowers us to face life's challenges with courage, grace, and unwavering determination. The quieter you are, the more attuned you become to your own inner voice, the subtle whispers of intuition and wisdom that often get drowned out by the external noise. By embracing silence, we create the space to listen deeply, to reflect thoughtfully, and to connect with our true selves, uncovering the wisdom and resilience that lies dormant within us. Refusing to embrace silence, on the other hand, often leads to a mere echoing of pre-existing thoughts and beliefs, a stagnation of intellectual and spiritual growth. It is through quiet contemplation that we challenge our assumptions, question our biases, and expand our understanding of the world. Silence encourages us to delve deeper into our own minds, to explore the hidden corners of our consciousness, and to unearth the inner strength that resides within. As Socrates, one of the founding fathers of Western philosophy, wisely stated, wisdom begins in deep reflection and inner silence. This profound insight highlights the essential role that silence plays in the pursuit of knowledge, understanding, and personal growth. Furthermore, the notion that silence promotes indiscipline is a misconception that runs counter to the core tenets of Stoicism. In fact, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of silence as a tool for cultivating self-discipline and inner control. When we cultivate silence, we create the mental space necessary to focus our minds, to quiet the internal chatter, and to find inner peace. In this state of tranquility, we are better able to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment, to understand their origins, and to choose how we will respond to them. This process of self-observation and conscious decision-making is at the heart of Stoic discipline. Discipline, in the Stoic context, is not about rigid adherence to external rules or the suppression of natural impulses. Rather, it is about cultivating self-mastery, about developing the ability to control our actions and reactions, to align our behavior with our values, and to live in accordance with reason and virtue. When we are silent, we give ourselves the space to think before we speak or act, to consider the consequences of our choices, and to make decisions that are aligned with our long-term goals and well-being. This mindful approach to life helps us to avoid impulsiveness, to resist temptations, and to make choices that are both ethical and beneficial. Imagine a calm lake, its surface as smooth as glass, reflecting the surrounding landscape with perfect clarity. In contrast, picture a stormy sea, its waves crashing against the shore, its surface churned into a chaotic frenzy. When the water is still and undisturbed, we can see clearly to the bottom, observing the intricate details of the underwater world. Similarly, silence in Stoicism allows us to see things more clearly, to perceive the truth without distortion, and to make thoughtful, well-informed choices. On the other hand, noise and distractions can lead to indiscipline, clouding our judgment, and causing us to act impulsively, without considering the consequences. It is like trying to navigate through a crowded street filled with noise and confusion. It is easy to get lost, to make mistakes, and to stumble into obstacles. Therefore, in Stoicism, silence is not about passivity or inaction, it is about creating an environment where we can cultivate discipline, clarity of mind, and a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. By embracing silence, we can better understand our own motivations, identify our weaknesses, and develop strategies for overcoming them. We can also cultivate empathy and compassion, allowing us to connect with others on a deeper level and to respond to their needs with kindness and understanding. Ultimately, the practice of silence leads to more disciplined, purposeful, and fulfilling lives. Moreover, silence plays a crucial role in fostering self-discipline and self-mastery, particularly in the face of extreme adversity. History offers countless examples of individuals who have found solace and strength in inner silence, even in the most harrowing of circumstances. Consider the stories of those who endured the horrors of Nazi concentration camps, individuals who maintained their mental resilience and found meaning amidst unimaginable chaos. In the face of brutality and dehumanization, these individuals discovered that their inner world, their capacity for thought, reflection, and spiritual connection, remained a sanctuary that could not be violated by their captors. Silence, in this context, became a tool for preserving their humanity, for resisting the forces of oppression, and for finding hope in the darkest of times. Silence, in its various forms, can also serve as a powerful form of communication, often conveying messages that words alone cannot express. Sometimes, withholding speech, choosing not to respond to provocation, speaks volumes about our inner strength, our self-control, and our ability to rise above petty conflict. Silence can convey respect, honoring the ineffable, the things that are too profound or too sacred to be articulated. It can also create space for deeper connections, allowing others to feel heard, understood, and valued. Mastering the strategic use of silence in communication can be remarkably effective in achieving our goals, both personally and professionally. In negotiations, for example, a well-timed silence can create tension, prompting the other party to reveal their true intentions or to make concessions they might not otherwise offer. In interpersonal relationships, silence can provide an opportunity for reflection, allowing both parties to process their emotions and to communicate their needs more effectively. In the realm of Stoicism, silence is not merely about staying quiet, it is about using silence as a deliberate and powerful tool to communicate without words. Imagine a situation where someone says something hurtful or offensive to you. Instead of reacting impulsively, with anger or defensiveness, you choose to remain silent. This silence can convey a message of strength, self-control, and a refusal to be drawn into negativity. It can also disarm the other person, causing them to question their own behavior and to consider the impact of their words. Silence in Stoicism is not about avoiding communication altogether, it is about choosing when to speak and when to listen, recognizing that sometimes, staying silent can make a far greater impact than uttering 1,000 words. It is like letting your actions, your presence, and your overall demeanor speak for you, conveying a message of integrity, strength, and unwavering resolve. Picture a wise old tree standing tall and firm in the midst of a forest. It does not need to proclaim its strength or its wisdom, it simply stands, its roots deeply embedded in the earth, its branches reaching towards the sky, a silent testament to its enduring presence. Similarly, in Stoicism, silence can be a sign of inner strength, wisdom, and a deep understanding of the human condition. Furthermore, silence can be a way to show respect, to honor the gravity of a situation, or to acknowledge the pain and suffering of others. For example, during a moment of silence to remember those who have passed away, our silence speaks volumes about our reverence, our solemnity, and our shared humanity. In these moments, words are often inadequate to express the depth of our emotions, and silence becomes a powerful expression of our collective grief and remembrance. In essence, silence is not just about keeping quiet, it is about using silence purposefully, strategically, and with intention, to convey messages of strength, wisdom, respect, and understanding. It is a reminder that sometimes, the most powerful messages are the ones left unspoken, the ones that resonate in the depths of our souls, and the ones that forge the strongest connections between human beings. Therefore, let us embrace the power of silence, recognizing it as a gift that enriches our lives in countless ways. Let us cultivate the ability to listen deeply, to reflect thoughtfully, and to find strength in the stillness. In the silence, we discover the true depth of our humanity, the boundless potential of the human spirit, and the profound wisdom that lies dormant within us, waiting to be awakened. Silence, in its purest form, is like a soothing balm for our minds and hearts, a restorative elixir that heals the wounds inflicted by the relentless pressures of modern life. Think of it as taking a deep breath of fresh air, cleansing our lungs, and revitalizing our senses. When we embrace silence, we give ourselves the chance to slow down, to disconnect from the external noise, and to find peace within ourselves. Imagine a bustling city street, its air thick with the cacophony of honking cars, screeching brakes, and the hurried footsteps of countless pedestrians. Now, picture yourself stepping off that chaotic street and into a quiet park, a sanctuary of green and tranquility. In the park, you can hear the birds chirping, the leaves rustling gently in the wind, and the soft murmur of a nearby stream. This contrast illustrates the profound difference between the noise and chaos of everyday life and the calming, restorative power of silence. In the context of Stoicism, silence is not simply about the absence of noise, it is about creating a space for reflection, introspection, and a deeper connection with our inner selves. It is like giving our minds a chance to rest, to recharge, and to process the information that we are constantly bombarded with. When we are surrounded by constant noise and distractions, it can be difficult to hear our own thoughts and feelings, to discern our true desires, and to make decisions that are aligned with our values. But in moments of silence, we can tune into our inner voice, reconnect with our intuition, and gain a clearer understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. Silence also helps us to appreciate the present moment, to fully immerse ourselves in the here and now, without being distracted by worries about the future or regrets about the past. Instead of being lost in a whirlwind of anxieties, fears, and what-ifs, we can cultivate a sense of presence, of being fully engaged in the current experience. It is like savoring a delicious meal, taking each bite slowly, and relishing the flavors, textures, and aromas. By embracing silence, we can cultivate this same sense of mindful awareness in all aspects of our lives, allowing us to fully appreciate the beauty, wonder, and richness of each moment. By embracing silence, we can cultivate a sense of well-being that transcends external circumstances, a deep-seated contentment that is not dependent on material possessions, social status, or the approval of others. It is about finding peace within ourselves, accepting our imperfections, and recognizing that true happiness comes from cultivating inner strength, resilience, and a deep appreciation for the simple things in life. In the busy chaos of life, silence becomes our sanctuary, a refuge where we can find solace, strength, and the clarity we need to face whatever challenges come our way. It is a reminder that we are not defined by our external circumstances, but by our inner strength, our resilience, and our ability to find peace and meaning in the midst of adversity. In conclusion, embracing silence is not about withdrawing from the world or suppressing our emotions. It is about cultivating inner strength, clarity of mind, and a deeper connection with ourselves and the world around us. It is about using silence as a tool for self-discipline, self-mastery, and effective communication. It is about finding solace in the stillness, appreciating the present moment, and cultivating a sense of well-being that transcends external circumstances. In a world saturated with noise and distractions, silence is a precious gift, reminder that true strength, wisdom, and happiness can be found within. By embracing silence, we can unlock our full potential and live more purposeful, fulfilling, and meaningful lives. In essence, the practice of silence, as underscored by Stoic philosophy, is a profound and multifaceted tool for navigating the complexities of human existence. It is not merely the absence of sound, but a deliberate cultivation of inner stillness that fosters discipline, resilience, and a deeper connection with both our inner selves and the world around us. Silence allows us to transcend the superficiality of constant external stimulation, creating a space for introspection, reflection, and the emergence of genuine wisdom. It is in the quietude of our minds that we can truly listen to the whispers of our intuition, discern our true values, and make choices that are aligned with our long-term well-being. The image of the gardener tending to his garden in silence serves as a powerful metaphor for the transformative potential of this practice. Just as the gardener's attentive observation and quiet presence nurture the growth of the plants, so too does our own embrace of silence nurture the growth of our minds and spirits. By intentionally disconnecting from the external noise and distractions, we create an environment where our thoughts can settle, our emotions can be processed, and our inner voice can be heard with greater clarity. Stoicism, often misunderstood as a philosophy of emotional detachment, is in reality a guide to cultivating inner strength and resilience in the face of life's inevitable challenges. It teaches us not to suppress our feelings, but to understand them, to accept them as a natural part of the human experience, and to choose how we will respond to them with wisdom and discernment. Silence, in this context, becomes a crucial tool for observing our emotions without judgment, for identifying their origins, and for making conscious choices about how we will allow them to influence our thoughts and actions. The analogy of the calm lake versus the stormy sea further illustrates the importance of silence in cultivating mental clarity and emotional stability. When our minds are like a turbulent ocean, constantly tossed and turned by waves of anxiety, fear, and anger, it becomes difficult to see things clearly, to make sound judgments, and to navigate the complexities of life with confidence. But when our minds are like a calm lake, reflecting the world around us with perfect clarity, we are better able to perceive the truth, to make thoughtful decisions, and to respond to challenges with equanimity. Moreover, silence plays a vital role in fostering self-discipline and self-mastery, particularly in the face of adversity. The stories of those who endured the horrors of Nazi concentration camps serve as a powerful testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the transformative power of inner silence. In the midst of unimaginable suffering, these individuals discovered that their inner world, their capacity for thought, reflection, and spiritual connection, remained a sanctuary that could not be violated by their captors. Silence became a tool for preserving their humanity, for resisting the forces of oppression, and for finding hope in the darkest of times. Silence can also be a powerful form of communication, often conveying messages that words alone cannot express. Withholding speech, choosing not to react impulsively, and creating space for others to be heard can all be powerful ways of demonstrating respect, empathy, and understanding. Mastering the strategic use of silence in communication can be remarkably effective in achieving our goals, both personally and professionally. In essence, silence is not about passivity or inaction, it is about creating an environment where we can cultivate discipline, clarity of mind, and a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. By embracing silence, we can better understand our own motivations, identify our weaknesses, and develop strategies for overcoming them. We can also cultivate empathy and compassion, allowing us to connect with others on a deeper level and to respond to their needs with kindness and understanding. Ultimately, the practice of silence leads to more disciplined, purposeful, and fulfilling lives. Therefore, let us embrace the power of silence, recognizing it as a gift that enriches our lives in countless ways. Let us cultivate the ability to listen deeply, to reflect thoughtfully, and to find strength in the stillness. In the silence, we discover the true depth of our humanity, the boundless potential of the human spirit, and the profound wisdom that lies dormant within us, waiting to be awakened. By embracing silence, we can unlock our full potential and live more purposeful, fulfilling, and meaningful lives. As we conclude this exploration of the power of silence, let us remember the words of the poet T.S. Eliot, "In order to arrive at what you do not know, you must go by a way which is the absence of knowledge." This profound statement encapsulates the essence of the transformative potential of silence. It is in the stillness, in the emptying of our minds, that we create the space for new insights, new understandings, and new possibilities to emerge. Silence is not an end in itself, but a gateway to deeper levels of consciousness, a path to self-discovery, and a source of profound wisdom. By embracing silence, we open ourselves to the possibility of becoming more fully human, of living more authentically, and of contributing more meaningfully to the world around us. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the power of silence. I encourage you to experiment with incorporating moments of silence into your daily routine, whether it be through meditation, mindfulness practices, or simply taking a few minutes each day to disconnect from the external noise and connect with your inner self. You may be surprised at the profound impact that these small moments of stillness can have on your overall well-being.